And when we practice AI in the workplace, the project delivery timelines will be increased by 2 times. And now the components of emotional intelligence. Before even going deeper into the emotional intelligence, we will know what is emotion first. What is emotion, guys?
It's the thoughts and feelings of the individual.
Feelings.
Okay.
It's about our mind, how is reacting for an incident, or how it is taking, maybe how it is,
Okay.
perceiving that.
Okay. Great. To be in specific, it's a neurophysiological change causing our current state to impact. What is our current state? The current state, in the sense, even both our mind and physical state will be impacted because of a neuropsychological event. So what is neuropsychological event? So something scientific? No, nothing. See, when you perceive information, when you see or when you feel, you perceive something, you see something, and you are able to reconnect to already experienced thoughts in your mind. Based on this thought, that is an event which is happening, this emotional response will be triggered. Okay, so because of this emotional response, our both the mental and as well as the physical state will be changing. So this is called as emotion. We'll be discussing deep into how emotions are caused, and what are the trigger points, how we can regulate it to the benefit of a successful decision making in our life. Because all our actions in life is decided by the decisions which we take on the choices we have, right? Daily we are making a decisions. So if you practice AI for decision making, our life improves drastically. There are 4 pillars, guys. Okay. First is on self-awareness. And second, self-management. Third is social awareness. And fourth, the topmost is relationship management. So when you go to the top, then you'll become a leader. Even I could see persons already there who is practicing EI, in the sense like they are already in stage 4. So, but for moving towards stage 4, the self-awareness is the basic one. See the quadrant over here, right? The point number 1 and point number 3. It's about listening. It's about making yourself aware. Only you can move towards point number 4. Okay, so we'll be discussing all these the 4 quadrants. So this is based on the person I told you, right? This quadrant is designed by the psychologist. That is Daniel Goleman, which we already I showed you the picture. The center person, he's the father of the emotional intelligence. So as I told you, the quadrant is self-awareness. So we should be knowing what we are feeling. So there are 4 steps. Okay, so recognize your emotional triggers. So whenever we are in meeting, right? So when person is saying something defensive or offensive kind of thing, then we might trigger. So we should be knowing what are the event points which is causing to trigger points in our feelings. Second is understanding your emotions impact your productivity. So when you feel bad or when you feel anger, how does it impact your working environment, even within yourself, and how it impacts others also. Third point is on feel the emotions and embrace it. Even if it is negative, it is fine. So, but you should be knowing what are those emotions you feel within you, both positive and negative. Fourth is the important one, because first you know what you feel, and the last point is you have to take control of it. Control in the sense that take ownership. Okay, fine. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling sad. Okay, fine. So what we are going to do about it? So only then if you accept it or if you embrace it, then you'll be able to manage it, and you should be documenting it at the end of the day. Like spend some 5 minutes or in your journal and how you're feeling it today and what are your trigger points. So all these this information, right, will give you an insight on how you're feeling it and what triggers you. So this is the basic steps we should be practicing it in order to achieve a leadership role. So now, once you are aware of yourself, right, then you should be knowing how to manage yourself. We might have faced situations in our life that we spoke something that we hurt others' feelings, and we might have regretted later why I have said these kind of words, or why I sent this email in an urgency manner. So all those kinds of things or feelings, right? So you can regulate it based on the self-management. But before which you should be knowing what you're feeling it. And second is on the self-management. So basic 6-second rule will save all these confusions or hardships in your life. You have to name your emotions first of all and reframe it from the negative perspective to the positive perspective. So how we can overcome, or how we can face this challenge and convert it into a solution. How we can do it outcome based. Okay. And third, take a deep breath. Take some time, sip some water, go for a brief walk. So all those these actions, right? You'll be converting your actions based on emotion to and intellectual manner. So third point is on the social awareness. So now you know what you are feeling it, and you know you are able to regulate your emotions. So now we are done with the self part. So now we'll be moving on to the social awareness, that is in the external front. So basic activities which you can do in order to inculcate social awareness or active listening. Okay, so you have to listen to others before even you're responding it. So listen to others in the sense active listening, in the sense like it's not like someone is speaking to you and you are going through the phone. No, you have to listen to their words and how they are feeling it, so that you know what they are saying. That is called as active listening. And body language, guys. And when you see some person have a eye to eye contact and hear to the conversation, and all these will be helping you in having a better team dynamics. So now one end of the spectrum is called as cognitive empathy. You are able to understand what others are feeling. Okay. Second is on emotional empathy, in the sense like you are able to understand them and you're able to feel with them. That is called as a emotional empathy. And the last one is the compassionator. So you know now, you know what others are feeling. You're able to feel what others are feeling, and you're able to take action and help them. It is called as compassionate empathy. This is called as action oriented. So all remaining the first two is on the awareness part, and last is on the action part. So now topmost the quadrant is the relationship management. So what are the core competencies we have? So all the leaders I showed you, right? Elon Musk, Satya, everyone is having this high emotional intelligence, and they are there because they are able to practice in their daily life. So all the decisions are not based on the emotion, rather it is based on the emotional intelligence. That is intelligence in emotion. Important things on how we can build a dynamic, good relationship in our workplaces. Have a clear communication across hierarchy, which we already have in Venzo, and have an effective teamwork and collaboration. Discuss on the issues, exhibit your challenges. So we try to solve the issues in a collaborative way, and practice empathy in your daily interactions. But there is a pitfall, or there is a restraining factor which we'll be discussing it later. Okay. And this last point, right, on the constructive conflict resolution, this is more important. So when you face the conflict, right, how do you handle it? It's not like in a face-to-face observed manner. No, like how do you deal it with emotional intelligence? That is more important. Rather than saying something to someone like on the performance, like you're not doing good. No, fine. But how you can rephrase the sentence so that they can have a constructive feedback. That is more important, because at the end of the day, outcome is more important rather than criticizing others. So now trust equation for the leaders. So how does leaders view trust? So how we should be having this behavior? So there are three things. First is on the credible, and this credible will be having an impact on the reliable. Okay, and third is caring. Credible is your words and actions has to be synchronized. So you can't say something and you can't do something, but both has to be in a synchronized manner. This makes you a credible person. Okay, these are all very subtle, and you should be knowing it so that you can go higher in your the corporate hierarchy. And second is reliable. Team members, they are able to depend on you. So if any issues are there, you can go to them and solve this. You'll be able to assist them in this. And caring. See, everyone will be having issues, guys. Even a person who is coming to office, he'll be facing many issues in his personal front, or while commuting to office, he might be having issues. Always be aware of how others are feeling before even you are communicating to them, because when you feel the emotions, you'll be able to channelize past informations in a very constructive manner. So how we can practice EI in corporate scenarios now? The first is on the missed deadline. So when you're not able to deliver a project, right, it's how we can respond. So it's not with excuses, but with action-oriented responses. So you should be in a position to propose a solution so that you can complete in within a timeline. This is point one. And this point too, we might have already faced in our situations, like a person who takes credit on behalf of you. So how we can respond to him? So you can respond to him like which I mentioned over here. Instead of being angry at him, you can politely say, "Glad you have valued my approach, or you have valued the approach that I have shared. Let's collaborate on the next steps." This is how you respond to other persons. And third is on the frustrated colleague. He's very angry at you because of performance, or you hurted his feelings. So how we can respond to him? Like he's already been in a different state of mind. So it's not required to respond quickly. Take a 6 second pause, which we already discussed. Go to him and ask him, so what is the reason, or what is the root cause behind this anger? So that's how we build team dynamics in workplace. So what is my perception on EI is, we already practicing it, but we should be knowing. That's it. So how we can build the EI in your daily practices? Let's start from the basics, then we go to the long-term growth. Okay. So basics. So what actions you can take immediately? So as I told you, everyone they might have different kind of emotions, or they have different kinds of feelings, and so you should be knowing how they are feeling it before even we are starting the meeting. So just keep a check on them. So how you're doing it, just just a single word of a sentence, or single line of sentence will be able to understand their feelings, and they'll be able to appreciate your what value you give to them. Okay. And before even sending any emails, right? While just pause for 6 seconds, or then you send the email. And when you're reacting to them, just it's not required to react. We have to think, and we have to respond to them. That is more important. These are the daily actions which you can take immediately. That's on the day one, right from today, if in case you're not practicing it. And what actions you can take in the long term front. Seek feedback from your team, how they are doing it. Ask them how they are feeling it, and how they are feeling about you. What kind of corrective actions which you can take. That is important. And point three is like expand your emotional vocabulary. That is, try to be specific in your feelings, like what you feel. It's not like okay, if I'm feeling something. No, you should be trying to label your emotions. Are you feeling sad? Or you are feeling happy? And what is the reason behind it? You have to document it in a daily journal. So only then you'll be able to understand it. That is the first part which we discussed. That is on the self-awareness. And point 4, we already discussed, making a journal entry in your diary. And why companies is giving more importance on emotional intelligence. Point 1, guys, which I could relate to the our company, higher retention. There are persons who is there for more than 9 years. The persons who is there right from the inception, which I already told you. So this is one of the best point which I could relate to Venzo. And point 2 is on the collaboration. So have a good or enhanced synergy between your team members. That is more important in order to enhance your productivity also. And we have stakeholders, right? So before even sending any emails or responding to them, pause for 5-6 seconds, think over it, then you respond. So that will be transferring our emotional state to a EI state. That is a rational kind of behavior. And all these quadrants, right, will be helping you to take you will be able to make innovative ideas. That is where we Venzo employees or partners will be able to make an innovative ideas for solving the problems. That is more important. And pitfalls, I told you, right? So you can't be an empathetic or in a daily friend. You should not. You won't be able to. You should not, or you won't be able to think in others' friend in the daily friend. Why? Why? Because or else you'll be very stressed, guys. Okay. So we won't. We're not supposed to have. Supposed to be nice in all the time. So try to balance it, both self-focus as well as on the external focus. That is more important. Key takeaways, guys. And this skill, right? This is a learnable skill. It's not something rocket science. You'll be able to learn it by practicing. First, the basic quadrant is self-awareness. That is most important. Try to think of how you're feeling it. Only then it will be you'll be able to move towards the second, third, and fourth quadrant. Point number 3, we already discussed. It's not required to respond immediately. It's not required to send email quickly or instant manner. Pass your thoughts, then you send it. That is more important. Right from today, just start the first quadrant. Try to observe your feelings, note it down, and start doing it so that you can see the impact. Any doubts, guys, till now?
The last one, the frustrated colleague.
Yes.
High EA response. Don't react publicly. Later,
Publicly.
privately, noticed you seemed frustrated. Everything okay? How can I support? Right?
Yes.
So, let's say a scenario of a project manager and a project member.
Okay.
Project manager knows that the project member is frustrated. There's tight deadlines. There's a lot of work, and that's not being getting done on time. Yeah. And on top of that, he adds on more work, project manager. Okay. The project member expects that he can provide, the project manager can provide support, if not, in public, at least in private, have a one-to-one talk conversation and say, okay, how can we do this better? Or how can we solve this problem? And the situation is the project manager does not show that emotional intelligence, or he doesn't even bother to talk about what is happening. Just a scenario.
Okay.
What is the way forward for the project team member? I mean, he does not have a place where he can go and knock. The person who he can go and do this with the project manager probably, but
okay. I got you.
Was I clear with my question?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the interaction between the project manager and the project member, and PM is not showing EI in his workplace and how we can do it. So that is where so everyone, we might have faced issues in our past experiences, like the team manager hasn't practiced EI. And so see what is happening when a team leader is not having this right. It will demotivate others, and the productivity will be reduced. That is the impact which the company is facing it on the whole. So that is the reason why in the today's scenarios, all companies, they are discussing about this EI. So if every team manager or team lead, they're able to practice it, and the overall organizational value will be increasing it. That is the outcome we should be having it. And I will tell you one example which I faced in Al-Rajhi Bank at Saudi Arabia. So I was a SME over there. So I was we as an SME, we not only help our team members on finalizing with the business on the scope. We help our team members to devise test case till the defects are identified. And so we raised a defect, and we spoke with we checked with the development team, or in specific to a specific person who is taking care of the OBA reports. This bug is a relevant one, and we raised it, and he got angry. He asked me to come over to his place, and I went over there. We had a discussion, and he was very angry. I was able to understand, like, his outcome of the emotions is not based on like I raised a defect, but no, there might be some other kind of root cause for it. So I was able to hear to it. Fine. I'm not feeling. I was felt bad on this scenario. Fine. Okay, but I haven't responded in a quicker manner. We had a discussion, heated argument went on, and we separated. In the sense, like, I came to my place, and he continued his work. What happened, after fight, not only after, it took around 30 minutes for him to come to my place, and he told, sorry, I spoke in a very tensed manner. That is not an appropriate one. And this happened not only with this person. So I could quote many, like 2-3 instances, which when I was working in Al-Rajhi Bank, and all these persons who have responded right, they came back and stating like which I should not be doing it. So all these behavior, right, you can cut it in the first front when you have this pass, and it's not required to respond to them also. We can be calm, come to a place, have a discussion in a constructive manner in the later point of time. So it's all about team dynamics. That's how you have to be. You're expected to work in a corporate workplace so that you'll be moving forward in the hierarchy. You'll be a leader in a future course of time. That is more important. I'm able to respond to your query or the clarification.
Yes, Vivek. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ranjit.
So it was my, perspective related to Ranjit question.
Okay.
Maybe this session, I believe, like, not just leaders, everybody should have some basic level of EI. Maybe the scenario which Ranjit talked about, it may help any one single team member if have some basic EI. Maybe he would have helped that person, that team member, rather than we cannot expect all the time that there should be some leader to come and talk to us and make sure that I'm good always. So it is not based on the roles defined. It's about people. It's about human. Anyone can act as being a good EI person to take care of someone. Yeah.
We're not supposed to always depend on others, right? We should be in a position to help ourselves and help others also. So only then this will be helpful for us. So that's the reason this session, guys. So it's not for leaders. Leaders already practicing it. Is for us that we have to understand these kind of concepts are already there, because these concepts is already there from 1995. But only recent years we are discussing on this topic. So to have a retrospective thinking of it, so what we have discussed today, incorporate this in your daily workplace plus in the personal front. So the basic thing is move your thoughts from the emotional to rational one. That is more important.
Yeah, it was a nice session, Vivek. Like actually, after this session, like we are already in our team, we are practicing these things, but the terminology today we came to know this is the terminology. So these kind of things we are practicing and we'll do more actually. So our lead also guides us on this actually.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Murali.
thank you, Vivek.